Sambanan Dumlang, hello, it is Simply Spencer here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, girl, it's been a minute. Literally the last time I made a video, I was sitting in my room at home just like this, and that was in July. And we're going into November now, so it has been a hot minute. Are you guys good? Are you still okay? Welcome back. I know I've been gone for... It's been a minute, as I've already said, but also, I mean, well, if it's your first time, welcome. Hi, how you doing? My name is Fiso. Normally I'd either make videos like this or vlogs of my mid-school life, but yeah, I've kind of been on like a hiatus. And before getting to the discussion for today's video, I do want to talk about the hiatus because it's not like I wasn't filming. Like, I do have footage. It's just that when I had to edit it, I just felt like my soul was dying. So I'm like, okay, we're not gonna force. Like, if I am not finding joy in making this, then clearly the people who will have to watch will not enjoy it either. So hopefully this is like a comeback, but we don't know. Like, no promises. This might just be the last video for 2021. Who knows? But as you can tell by the title of today's video, we're gonna be doing a little bit of a story time. Now, if you follow me on Instagram, and also if you are, if you know me IRL, then this is a story that you're familiar with. But I thought for today I wanna give a bit more background information, a bit more context, and also give you guys a bit of an update, as well as sharing my thoughts and the lessons I learned from this experience. Because I did post a video on IGTV that, unlike a 1 minute video, there's only so much you can say. So yeah, welcome. Today we're gonna discuss the time I got kicked out of a club. So this happened literally like 3 weeks ago. Just to give you guys more background information. So that Thursday night, right, because this incident happened on Saturday, that Thursday night I was scrolling on Twitter, and then I saw an event happening at some Chisanyama in Pretoria West. So I sent it to two of my friends. I'm like, yo, I'm thinking of going to this. And so we made the plans, the logistics. And then Saturday came. Like, actually, literally, this hairstyle I did for that, that day/night of going out, because my hair was a mess before that. And so, yeah, that Saturday came. I remember, I remember that Saturday I couldn't, when you have plans, you can't focus on anything except I couldn't study, I couldn't, be productive. I was just, so excited for my plans. Plus, I was still doing, I did my own hair, by the way. So, I started, the Friday night, and so Saturday morning, I was still doing my hair. I even left my resume to my friend's place with my hair started, but I had to finish my hair at their place. And so, while I was there, I actually carried along some makeup, because in 2019 I tried to get into makeup, and then last year that kind of, so I still had some makeup from 2019, and then my friend was like, hey, we should do our makeup, it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be cute. So I did a bit a natural glow. It wasn't I wasn't beat for the gods, it was just a little bit of a natural glow type of look. I was feeling myself, and my friend even borrowed me, they have this mesh shirt that they borrowed me, which really really I think if you saw the pictures on Instagram, you saw we looked good that day. We looked good. So we went to the Chisanyama. Now that was a queer event. That was the whole premise of it. And so we went there, and it was really nice vibe. But then my other friend was suggesting that maybe we leave and we go to somewhere else. And so I was like, look, I'm cool either way. I'm cool if we, sorry, I feel like the audio, I'm checking my monitor, it's the audio is doing weird things. I hope you guys can hear me well. As I was saying, I was like, I'm cool, I'm enjoying the vibe here, but if you guys want to go somewhere else. Plus he was even saying that he'd pay for the Uber, because where he wanted to go was in Mainland. And so we're like, okay, if you're gonna pay, because also the problem with going to Mainland, it is far, right? So okay, cool, no, we can go to your place that you want to go to. But first I'm like, we should go change. And then we asked okay, because I was wearing the mesh top, and then my friend Chris, they were wearing a white shirt with ripped jeans. I know some places are very finicky about dress code. So we were like, okay, but before we go, we should probably go back to Chris's place, which is quite close to the Chisanam that we were at. We should probably go back there and change, just so we don't have any issues, because Chris and I, we've had a long... we've so many times we've been denied entrance into places because we weren't wearing the right thing. I remember one time we literally had to call the person that Chris was dating at the time to bring me a shirt, because what I was wearing was deemed inappropriate. So we were we're not gonna have any of that tonight, right? We were we're being prepared. So we went back to Chris's place, right? I changed, like I was wearing shorts and the mesh shirts. I decided to wear like jeans because I brought jeans with me, and then I just wore like a plain navy shirt, right? Cool. So when we went to the place in Mainland, it was just not our vibe, right? It was like just I think I think just not in the mood for that type of place, that type of setting. I remember like because we even had ordered a bottle, but then we were like, you know what, they can keep their bottle. Like the bottle came, like we don't want it anymore, please take it back. I remember the manager even came to us and asked, is there a problem, did we do something wrong? And you were like, no problem at all, we just this is just not this type of setting or vibe we're looking for. It's just, yeah, we'll just like, cause we also ordered chips, so like you can bring the chips, we'll eat the chips and we'll drink this juice, and then really we'll leave. And the manager's like, okay, cool, it's fine. So then while I remember we waited, and I'm sure at that moment I probably seemed kind of rude, because when we got to that other place in Mainland, right, there were people, like one of my friends, like, you know, come with Chris and the other friend, right? The other friend, their cousin that was there, and like their friends, I think they were having like some, was it a birthday celebration? I'm not sure, I can't remember. Yeah. So he said we should go sit with them, right? So we're sitting with them, and to be honest, I was at that point where I just want to leave. Like I probably, like in hindsight, I might have seemed rude because I wasn't even talking to them. I was really, like, the thing about me, ne, is even though I am quite outspoken and I think I get along reasonably well with people, I'm an introvert, right? So sometimes just meeting new people, and also like even when we got to Mainland, I was kind of disappointed by the vibe, because I felt like where we were at before was so much nicer, just the setting and everything, and the music that were playing. Like at this place, I mean, it was like a live performance. They're performing some type of jazz, which I can appreciate, right? I can appreciate different styles of music, but that just was not for me, right? Not for me. So I think I was just annoyed just being there. And then Chris was like, okay, listen, sister, where do you want to go? Like, forget what this other friend wants, because it, you know, like, forget what he wants. This is like, what do you want? Because also that night out was like literally, I think it was my first time going out all year. Yeah, I mean, okay, I mean, there were like a few, like I went to watch the Blackpink movie with Chris in August, I think. I know, like, my family now, we maybe, but literally I can count on, literally probably on one hand, the number of times I've went out or did something fun this year with other people. And we're in October, like literally October. And so Chris was like, what do you want? And I was like, you know what, let us go to the strip in Hatfield. Now the strip in Hatfield is basically a place where it's like this road, and along that road there's like different clubs, cafes, like, yeah, restaurants. So yeah, that's basically like the strip, and that's where like Chris and I used to frequent that place a lot. 2018/2019, that was like every weekend or every other weekend we were there, right? So I was like, you know what, let's go there, because it's a place that's familiar. I mean, also because by then we were in Mainland, it just, to go back to Pretoria West was just too much admin, right? We're like, you know, let's rather just go there in Hatfield at the strip. And so when we got to the strip, we were like, okay, cool, let's go to Latinos, because Latinos is the place we used to go to a lot. And we get to Latinos barista, we go in, no problem, right? I think, yeah, they just like patted us just to, like, I don't know, guess search us, and then they just asked to see our faces, how our faces look without the mask. And then we got into Latinos, no problem, ordered a round of drinks, no problem, we were chilling. But I will say, right, when I first walked into Latinos, and I think Chris did make a comment about this, we were like, yo, this place is very white. Like, we, like, I know we used to go there, but it was kind of like, I don't remember it being this white. Like, was it this or white? I think just maybe because it's been a while, I was a little bit like, oh, so many white people, especially like, you know, those really tall, buff, I guess they have that like rugby Afrikaans boy look. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna mind my business, I don't want any trouble with nobody. It's like, part of me intuitively felt like there might be issues with these white boys. That's the concern I had. I remember even the other friend, right, he was like, if a white boy tries me, I'ma fight him. You're like, who's gonna try you? Like, people literally mind their business there. Like, everyone just goes there to mind their business, have a good time. If someone talks to you, yeah, you might, you know, kiki a bit, but that's about it. And so remember, like, we found a place to sit, and you know, Chris and I were talking. Then my other friend like started talking to some other guy, and they were just talking. I think they wanted to smoke or something like that. And so what happened is, then my other friend and that boy, they left to go smoke, and then Chris was like, they go into the bathroom, they'll be right back. Now at that moment, I had already finished my drink, right? We had all finished our drinks. So the plan was, when Chris comes back from the bathroom, then we'll go buy more drinks. So not even long after Chris left, some white man comes to me who, in hindsight, I think might be the manager. But at that time, I didn't pay him any mind, because he was just, I think he was wearing some rugby shirt, like the Blue Bull shirt and jeans. So I thought it was just some random person, and he was like, go buy more drinks, go buy more drinks. I'm like, no, I'm good, I'm just waiting for my friend, like it's not that deep. And then I kind of mised him. And then he came back and he was like yelling at me now, like harassing me to go buy more drinks. And I'm like, sir, and this is when I started getting scared. I'm like, sir, listen, I'm just waiting for my friend who went to the bathroom. Next thing I know, some bouncer grabbed me, pulled me, and literally threw me out. And while I'm standing outside there, I am confused as how, like, what just happened? Right? I'm trying to, you know, I'm thinking, okay, no, this must be a mistake. Let me explain. And the bouncer there at the door, he won't even hear. He just pushes me, and I think I don't know, I can't remember if I think I almost fell, but I didn't like fall completely, but I think I fell. Yeah, and then I kind of like caught myself before I completely hit the ground. And I was just shocked, like what just happened? And then I'm putting out my phone and seeing a message from Chris saying, where are you? And I'm like, I got kicked out. So Chris comes out, and while I'm busy explaining to Chris what happened, I just started bawling my eyes out. Like, yo, the way I cried, I was like crying, and I'm crying. I'm almost like, oh my gosh, ready, my makeup, can't ruin my makeup, you know. But in that moment, I just need to let all of that out. And I'm actually grateful that, I'm not grateful this happened, but I'm grateful that when this happened, I was with Chris, someone who I'm very close with, because I think if I was someone else, I probably maybe like suppress those emotions. But I think that catharsis, that release was needed in that moment. And then yeah, I think they retexted the other friend to say, hey, so yeah, I got kicked out, we're gonna go to the establishment next door. And there, no problems, right? We got in, really, they were really nice. Like, that's where we ended up spending the rest of the night. Plus they were playing my jam. They played Selena Gomez, Come and Get It. They were playing Ducky Ducky. They were just playing my jams. It's what I needed after that mess. And so I do want to say something which kind of bothered me about that night, which I should probably have maybe addressed with the person, is how the other friend went back to Latinos, right, to go smoke with that boy. Because, but I'm also giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'm just thinking that maybe because he wasn't there as soon as I got kicked out, and he didn't see the emotional state I was in, and maybe he doesn't understand just how deep it was, right, me being kicked out of that club. But you know, that just, you know, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way how he went back. It kind of felt like, yo, when I backstab, like these people literally treat me like trash. Like, why are you going back there? Like, literally for some white boy? Like, please, could never be me. But also at that time I was like, you know, I think also because in the moment I was just like, you know, I don't want to fight with anyone. Like, but that's how I felt in the moment. But you know what? I was like, you know, you do you. I am trying to recover. I'm trying to salvage back this night that was literally ruined. And I remember probably thinking, this wouldn't have even happened if we didn't leave that first place we were at, right? The Chisanyam that we were at, right? Because plus it was a queer event, so we knew that it was a safe space. There was nothing to worry about. And it's so far, like I mentioned, like I intuitively did have a feeling something was gonna happen, but I thought it would have been one of the patrons. I thought maybe one of those cishet white boys was gonna make some derogatory comment at me, right? Like they used to growing up. I think that's, you know, I think because of that reference point. I never expected the establishment themselves to do such a thing. And so, yeah, right after we went home, like, you know, that's when I made the video, which I put up on Instagram, and I tagged Latinos, and they blocked me. I remember I reached out to them on a different account, like, you know what, maybe in that video, maybe I came off too aggressive, I was too strong. Let me change my tone, come at it a bit more respectfully, and maybe then they'll respond to me. And they just ignored, like they ignored that one. Like they blocked me on my first account, but then they ignored the other one. And I tried calling them, the number does not exist. I could not find any contact information to reach out to them. And funny enough, while I was like trying to contact, I saw like different reviews from different sites and how there are people who literally had similar experiences to mine, right? There was someone who was saying that they're from Kenya and literally they were allowed in, bought one drink, and then they were thrown out without explanation. And I'm starting to say, oh, this is a pattern. This is clearly how they run their business, because I think even the fact that they blocked me, right, that kind of sent me a message that, oh, they don't care. They really don't care. You know what? The response that I think anyone would expect is, oh, hi, this is Latinos. We're so sorry that this happened to you. Would you like to discuss? Or, you know, and like an apology, right? That's really all I wanted, you know, really all I wanted. But clearly, I was asking for too much. And so, I mean, after that happened, like the next morning, the Sunday, I remember just, because I was on a bus going to my res, and I remember just, like, that scene kept playing over and over and over again in my mind, like being grabbed by that bouncer, being thrown out, and then pushed, and just the way people were staring at me. Like, in that moment, not only was I humiliated, I felt powerless. I felt like I didn't matter, because I was trying to explain to this person and he wouldn't hear it. Now, if you remember in my IG video, I did actually mention it's not the first time I've had issues with Latinos. Literally 2 years ago in 2019, what happened was I got in fine, right? I got in fine, and I remember there we met some girls, right? And then they became like our squad for the night. And then there was one of the girls that wanted to go to the place next door, so we went to the place next door, and we wanted to go back, let all the girls go in except for me. Which I was like, girl, I literally, you let me in earlier, why won't I go in now? And literally then there I was like arguing with the bouncer, saying, I was like, it's homophobia, this is homophobia. And the bouncer was like, no, it's not homophobia, no, it's not that, it's just, and he couldn't give a proper explanation why he wouldn't let me in, so eventually he let me in. And I've actually thought about the incident a lot and thought, you know what, maybe I was doing too much, maybe I was exaggerating, but I don't know, I found out this was just confirming to me that place is just not it. It's not it. And I think the biggest thing I've had to tell myself was that I did nothing wrong. This wasn't my fault. And also just the fact that I'm not reading too much into situations. Actually, a tweet that I saw around that time of this incident, which I think I really needed to hear this. I'm just going to try and pull it up real quickly. It's by Joe. I don't know how to pronounce the surname. Joe Learman. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. But they said, marginalized people don't owe the benefit of the doubt. If we ask for clarity in regards to your words, work, and intent, it is because we are hypervigilant due to a system that intentionally targets us, and that shouldn't offend you. Simply clarify or apologize and move on. Now, I'm gonna need to sip some water because, ooh, child, I've been talking for a minute and I need some. So yeah, like as I mentioned, I've just been, repeated times that it's on my fault. Like this tweet just told me that, you know what, I have the right to think the way that I do. I'm not crazy. I'm not grasping at straws. And I even had I had like 2 counseling sessions after that over the phone. Because I'm privileged in the sense that like my dad, I don't know if it's like I think it's part of the medical aid or something, right? There's this number we can call, and we have like unlimited counseling, and you can even arrange face-to-face or virtual, right, depending on the situation, what you need. But after the second counseling session, I felt like, okay, no, I'm fine. I've processed this, and the counselor was really nice, really friendly, really, empowered me also, right, because like I said, like I went through the most trying to get hold of these people, right, because also, right, from these sessions I had over the phone, it came to that, in order for me to fully move on and get closure, I need to see this through as much as possible. But it's unfortunate right now I've kind of hit a wall, right, because it's like I don't know who else I can call, else can email. I mean, someone did suggest I go to the police, but I don't, no offense, but I don't trust the police. I don't feel like the police don't make me feel safer. Like I don't believe that the police are there for the civilians' sake, right? I think also I recognize that You know, queer people have also faced violence at the hands of the police. Women face violence at the hands of the police. Foreign nationals face violence at the hands of police. Even, you know, like your ordinary everyday person, right? Like the police is just an institution. I'm just like, I don't see how that could help. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at now, right? Like, I guess all I can really do is like make this video, right? Leave reviews of my experience. I think the biggest lesson I have learned, even though, like, for example, like there was Latinos, obviously it's a place I've been to, right, a lot, so this did take me by surprise. But in future, just to like make sure, just research places, right? Look up the reviews, look what people are saying, because I'm the type of person that even if I hadn't had this experience, if I knew just how bad it was for people at Latinos, like there are people who, like the reviews, people are saying that they were hospitalized, people are saying that ambulances had to be called because of the violence that they experienced at the hands of these bouncers, right? If I had known that's how they operate, I would not set foot there. Like right now, I will never set foot in that place, even if they were to apologize, or even if they were to I don't know what it would take for me to go back to that place. But I'm glad I waited this long sort of to make this video, because now I'm speaking from a scar and not a wound, right? Like one of the, like a litmus test I had for myself to know when I have fully processed it is when I could watch that video that I posted on IG, because that first week I could not watch it. I'd probably get like maybe 10 seconds in, and then I just feel myself getting just overwhelmed with emotion. But literally before I filmed this video, I watched it and I saw that, okay, yeah, I need to talk about this on my channel. Like I even was debating whether should I just make a podcast on it or put it on my YouTube channel, but I decided my YouTube channel, since it has a bigger audience, I'd like this conversation to reach more people. And so if you are in the Pretoria or Hatfield area, do not go to Latinos. Do not go to Latinos. Go to the establishment just next door. Like after Latinos, we went to Jukes, I believe. There we had a really good time. Everyone was nice. Everything was perfect. Cannot complain. But Latinos, get your shit together. Like honestly, like at this point, I'm praying for their downfall, right? I am praying for their downfall. But you know, if they can do better, that's all I ask. That is all I ask. If they can do better, like as I said, I'm at my wit's end. Like part of me is like, should I just like let this go, or should I still keep pursuing, trying to hold them accountable? Because the thing that does keep me up at night is the fact that there are other people who will experience things like these, and they might not have the support system that I have. They might not have access to the resources that I might have. Like this sort of thing can literally change the trajectory of someone's life. It can literally change the course of your life. If, for example, you are not out before, this can shove you so deep in the closet that there's no way you can get out of it, right? Or even the people who are thrown out without explanation. Like, you know, having someone lay their hands on you is traumatizing. I think especially when there is no reason. Like I feel like if, for example, I had started a fight with someone and then I'd be like, okay, it's because I was being messy, right? It's like, I think you better able to post, because like, okay, but now when you did literally nothing, you start going through all this mental gymnastics. Like literally they need to stop traumatizing people. That is what I have to say. I've been saying I'm wrapping this up, but I keep just having more I want to say, but I think let me end it right here for real this time and say thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up or thumbs down, however you're feeling. I'm not too picky. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Let me know if you've had similar experiences, or even if you guys have suggestions for who I can reach out to, who I can speak to in terms of holding this establishment accountable, because issues are many there. Like I haven't even touched on the issue of underage girls being allowed into that establishment, because that's also a common thing I've seen people complain about, which I've actually seen firsthand with my eyes. But you know what, that's how we're going in today. I said I'm ending this for real, so that's what I'm going to do right now. Love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.